Hey guys, welcome back to an all-new episode of KhanFlicks. We're here at Automate 2026, checking out one of the coolest booths at the show. You probably know about Faraday Future from their electric vehicles, but today they're unveiling something completely different. An entire family of AI-powered robots. We've got humanoid robots, robot dogs, industrial mobile manipulators, and even education-focused robots. So let's jump in and check them out. Come on. One of the things I found most interesting is that instead of building one robot that tries to do everything, Faraday Future has developed multiple robot platforms, each designed for a different purpose. They call it their robot world, with different robots designed for factories, warehouses, research labs, security, education, and more. Rather than forcing one robot to fit into every situation, each robot is built for a specific job while sharing the same AI ecosystem. This is Faber, and this is what's known as a mobile manipulator. Think of it as combining a self-driving mobile robot with two robotic arms. Unlike a traditional industrial robot that's bolted to the floor, Faber can actually drive itself around a warehouse or factory and position itself exactly where the work needs to be done, and then begins performing the task using both robotic arms. Now, according to Faraday Future, each arm can lift up to 11 pounds, and together they can coordinate even larger objects. As you can see here, the robot can actually reach from the ground level all the way up to approximately 6.6 feet, giving it plenty of flexibility for different jobs. Now let's move over to their full-size humanoid robot. This robot is called Futurist, standing about 5 feet and 8 inches tall and weighing approximately 121 pounds, is designed as a professional humanoid platform for research, education, commercial services, and industrial applications. Humanoids are especially interesting because they're designed to work in environments that are originally built for people. Instead of redesigning buildings and around robots, these robots are built to navigate the same spaces that we use every day. Check this out. Can you introduce yourself?
Absolutely. I'm Futurist, the humanoid robot from Faraday Future. I'm powered by the EAI brain, and I'm here at the Automate show in Chicago. Great to meet you.
Futurist features over 31 degrees of freedom, giving it a wide range of motion for more natural movement. It also uses a dual battery system that provides up to 6 hours of continuous operation, depending on, of course, how it's being used. Oh yeah, I can do that. That's incredible. Now, obviously, watching humanoid robots evolve over the last few years has been quite interesting. Every event I attend, the walking becomes much more smoother, the balance is improved, and the interactions feel much more natural than before. And this here is a great example of it. This platform is designed to help researchers and developers continue advancing that particular embodied AI, while also supporting commercial applications in the future. Oh wow, you can see how fast it moves. That is incredible. Next up is Master. This is a slightly smaller humanoid robot that is designed to be more interactive, as you can tell. Now, standing roughly around 4 feet 4 inches tall, you can see right there, Master features around 30 degrees of freedom and supports more than 50 languages, along with over 30 different facial expressions, as you can tell right over there. Now, this robot is really designed around interaction, whether greeting visitors, educational demonstrations, research, or events like this.
Welcome to Faraday Future.
All right, so speaking of the Master robot, we have Doug here, who's going to give us a little bit of a demo about the coding aspect. Can you tell us more about what's going on here?
Sure. So this software here is called BrainBlocks, and we developed it to enable users from all ages and skill levels to be able to easily program these robots. So this software is called Brain Blocks, and it lets you very easily build sequences of code that you can send to the robots through block coding. So here we have a sequence already built, and I can run it in the sim environment.
Oh, nice. So it's even got a simulation there too.
Right.
So you don't actually have to throw it onto the robot. You can first test everything here and then actually test it in real life.
Right. Because with these robots, you do have to keep safety in mind.
Correct.
So we're running the simulation first, and when the simulation completes, it'll unlock the real mode. So we completed the sim, and now we can switch it to real mode, and now we can send it to the master.
And you can see right over there.
And if you watch him, you'll see he's going to perform the sequence that we built over here in Brain Blocks.
Wow, so it goes from simulation into reality.
Correct.
With the matter of a click. And there was no delay at all from what I saw there.
Right, he's really responsive even in this crazy environment with all the interference. He's still responding. So it's pretty reliable software, and anyone can use it. So if you get one of these and you get Brain Blocks, you can be programming a robot within minutes. And it's super easy, right? Because it's just block coding.
Correct.
And we can even vibe code him, so you can speak into the microphone or type in a natural language, and it'll convert it into code blocks that you can then send to the robot.
So you don't need any prior education on how to program, and although the block programming is very simple, it even makes it even simpler, which is really interesting. Now let's check out their quadruped robots. Now robot dogs have become increasingly popular because, well, there are many situations where wheels simply aren't practical. Check out this little guy. Now, 4 legs allow the robot to walk across uneven terrains, climb over obstacles, and even patrol facilities and inspect areas that may be difficult for, even say, unsafe for people. Now, according to Faraday Future, this robot can reach up to 3.7 meters per second while climbing obstacles around 35 centimeters high. It can also be equipped with different sensors as well as accessories depending on the application, making it useful for security, inspections, industrial facilities, and much more. Now, in terms of the educational aspect of it, well, for this particular robot, you can even program it based on coding, just how we saw with the master, but you can also give it different AI personalities as well. So you can create your own, technically what they call it is a soul, giving it a little bit of personality based on the different age group. So if you have a younger crowd or an older crowd, it's entirely up to you. So this little robot here is called Navi, which is essentially a small quadruped robot. It's designed to be very friendly, and you can customize it. As you can see, it's got a 3D printed head and a place to go ahead and put your phone where it actually interacts with you based on your own personal needs. All right, well, looking across the entire lineup, it's easy to see that each robot serves a different purpose. The mobile manipulator is focused on factories as well as warehouses. And then the humanoid, like this guy over here, is designed for environments built around people. That quadruped as well, that handles inspections and mobility across challenging terrains. And of course, the education robot introduces students and developers to robotics and AI. Rather than creating one robot that tries to solve every problem, Faraday Future is focused on building specialized robots for specialized jobs while creating them through an ecosystem. Overall, it's been interesting to see all the different robotics here at Faraday Future. And beyond EV vehicles, robotics, AI are definitely well known as the future in this case goes. So with that said, if you guys have any questions, comment down below. Otherwise, we'll see you in the next video. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.